Market update here on the 16th. So my thesis is wrong from last night. Really, I should have been looking at this differently. Clearly A, B, but I got kind of sucked into this little move here, thinking we are going to make another move lower, which really doesn't really make that much sense. But anyway, the interesting part is I've been talking about 396 for a while, and we finally made it to that supply zone right there. So I think that this move is likely close to finished. The 1.61 fib is up here at 401, but we did come back pretty far to 383.68. Bottoms here at 380.71. $3 plus the top of here is 396.56. We basically nailed that today. So, and it looks like 5 waves right here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, unless this ends up being a B wave, we pull back here and then go higher tomorrow on OPEX, we could see the beginning of a move down. We'll see if it decides to go higher tomorrow, but if this was a top here today, you can see it hit the supply zone. Then, again, we're looking for, this is going to be, this is ABC right here. So we didn't get close to the 1.61 fib, but it did hit 407, 418, 11 points lower, 11 points lower basically. A little bit more than that. But this move is definitely corrective. And so that's why I'm still bearish. You can see ABC, pullback, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could go all the way to 401, but I think that's probably close to finishing here. And we'll see. The supply zone for the 4-hour goes all the way up here to 401.56. The 2-hour right here ends at 399.79. So we'll see which one it interacts with, but I'm still expecting this to be the overall B wave at this point because of how it's coming off here being corrective. And so we're looking at it like this, W. One other thing we can look at is we can look at the pullback, the 50% retracement, and that is higher, so 399.58. So I guess that would be a spot that it could go to, 399.58, and then fall. Either that or it is topped out here at the very bottom of the supply zone. If it goes to 399.58, then again we can use parallel lines and figure out we could be looking for 360. That would have to happen pretty quickly, I think. I mean, it wouldn't have to happen quickly, but I'm still thinking about that JP Morgan collar trade where they needed under 360 by the end of the first quarter. So if that were the case, we would melt up tomorrow to probably, we could be topped right here actually, or melt up a little bit more. If we top here, 396, the top's 418, that's 22 points. 22 points below this is 358. So if we top here, 358, 399, go to 362. But I do not think that this down move is finished now. If this would have came off impulsive, then I would change my mind because I would say, okay, this is a complete move. We can move up now. But because it's a corrective move and it's going into a supply zone, then it should have one more move lower. And yeah, I would look at the whole move again, just like this, W, X, Y. And if it goes to 360, then look at that, perfectly for 430. So I'm seeing things looking at it right now that I hadn't seen yet, but I think 396 to 399 and then probably 358, 360. So everyone that's bearish right now, They're just trying to wash people out of their positions right now. For on NVDA, I'll go over this one too. I know I had some people asking about this one. NVDA, they're trying to wash you out of your position if you're bearish. The 1.61 fib was hit right here. So that was WXY in my opinion. And I think this is the start of actually, well, the fifth wave on this move right here. I take that back. This is actually what I see. This is the 1.61 fib, but I see a 5-wave move right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I see this as a ABC move. And so a lot of times B waves, people get mistaken and think that they're impulsive moves. But the way that this is moving very, very slowly up higher and everyone's getting really frustrated is a pretty good characteristic of a B wave. You have people, bears are very frustrated. Then you got bulls who are saying this is going to 280. So you have both ways. You have people that are super bullish, people who are super bearish, and they're both frustrated. The bears are frustrated. The bulls are super optimistic. So if this is an expanded flat, then we're looking at it like this. I think it could go to 258 personally, and then it could potentially go all the way back down here to 200, maybe even 215. That's what I see right now. If it keeps on going higher, it'd probably change my thoughts on that, but the weekly supply zone is still this candle right here. So then we get a big move down, and then it just starts the whole move down. So I'm looking for not to break 275, but calling the top on this is kind of hard, but I'm going to say 258. If I'm wrong, then I would hope that 275 would hold. If it breaks that, then it could be going all the way up to, let's see. Really, we shouldn't have to worry about that right now. I'm not even going to worry about it right now. So 275 needs a hold, but I think 258 and then potentially down here to 200 to 215. After that, we'll see where it goes. That's the video. SPY I just did. QQQ, huge move. Way above the Bollinger Bands. Another thing, Bollinger Bands on the daily time frame. A little bit different for SPY though. SPY on the Bollinger Band is still not even to the midpoint. QQQ daily is way above the top. So I think that QQQ should lead the way down for SPY to make a lower low. But again, it's not to the midpoint. So that actually is kind of concerning for a big move down. So if we don't get it here, it's going to end up being like this probably. And maybe go higher like that. And then go down. But we'll see how it goes. QQQ, I would say this is, I thought it was going to top at 305.50, but it kept on going. It's got to hold 308.43. That's the supply zone right now. But again, it's so far outside the Bollinger Band, it's really hard if you're a bear to sell here and say you're wrong, because even on the weekly time frame, the very top of the Bollinger Band as well. The middle is down here at 285. We just hit it and bounced off. So I still think this pattern is that, but 307, 313, and I think it could go down here to 280 still. Maybe lower than that, maybe 275. But again, we'll have to watch it. They're playing tricks on everybody right now, in my opinion. Apple. Apple is Apple is, let's see. Apple could be bullish here. I would say it's more likely that it is ABC as well. Did not get outside the top of the parallel line. So I'm still looking at this as at least this now. Came up here higher than expected. So if that plays out, 156 down here to 147, that should lead the way for QQQ going down. If QQQ goes higher, then the same as SPY, but I don't expect that, but it would have to be something like that. And maybe make a double top up here at 313 and then go down. It's possible too. Amazon actually broke out of the supply, but then came back into supply. So we'll see if it can break out of 154 again. If not, I would look for it to come back down here to 96 again. I still think that this is basically this. So it's probably going to come down here and make a double bottom, but maybe come down here to this demand zone. Let's see. Microsoft. Wow, I didn't look at Microsoft all day. 276. 4% for Microsoft. Just crazy moves. They don't even make any sense. Okay. So we get A. Again, looks like a B wave. So again, A, B, C. Could it be the start of a 5-wave move higher? Unlikely for how far this retraced. I would say it needs to come down here one more time and then it can go higher. But maybe it won't make it to the weekly demand here at, my original target was 230, but it came up so high that it might just come down here and then go higher. 246 for the overall B wave, and the start of the A wave is at 219. Still on pace for the 292 target eventually. So the dollar doesn't really matter right now. Still just hovering right here. I would say I don't know on the dollar right now. Just waiting to see what it does pretty much. Supply zone down here, up here. I'm leaning towards lower though, but then again, that contradicts everything I've said about the indexes. I'm going to leave it at that. That's pretty much it. I showed you why I still think this is probably going to go lower, and NVIDIA should be close to topping out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this is done? Do you think it's going to pull back here soon, or do you think it's going to keep on going higher? A lot of possibilities. I think SPY 396 to 399, and then pull back at least, potentially down to 360. But Bollinger Bands really need to, it's pretty close to the bottom still compared to QQQ. QQQ should have the best possibility of a pullback soon. So that's it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates. I'll talk with you soon.